Hello, hi, Debbie here. I recorded a video a few days ago and I had the intentions of the Sassani come true, not really believing that they would, to be perfectly honest. And I feel they did. It was a being called Zeelandra. And I would like to connect again today. So I'm going to try to connect. Bear with me while I connect. You may wish also to close your eyes so that you can tune into this message and feel if it is for you. Thank you. Yes, the name we give is Zeelandra. We are actually a collective, but the being that it's coming through, we will call Zeelandra. This will assist you in calling in these beings, or if you prefer to feel this being. And yes, it is from what you would call a Sassani being. You have channeled others, and were waiting until you were ready to come through. It is something that we are happy to do. And we have been waiting many, many, many years, not just since you discovered your channeling abilities. We have been waiting going back almost 20 years to that day when you first watched a channeling video and felt to yourself, I think one day I too may channel. And you were worried, and we were there, and we carried you through that worry because it is not something that we wished you to hold. So we allowed that to release. But now that you are ready, we would like to come through you. We would like to speak to all who wish to hear, to let them know about the changes that are not only going on your planet, but also inside of themselves. And as they go inside of themselves, they will discover, like us, that a lot of what they see out there are actually projections. And at this moment, the projections for some are rather strange and rather weird because it is the only way that they will take notice of the world and see the things that they are going on, and they will start first to fight against them. But in time, they will learn to go inside because this is the only way that you can change your outer projection. It is something that is difficult for people to understand, particularly people who have not looked into the idea, the idea that they could be responsible. Many like to point the finger at others. And it is only when they take responsibility for their own self, that they will begin to change what they see outside. As we said, this happened to our community, our civilization, many, 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 many moons ago. And for us, we were in a very similar situation where the things outside of ourselves were really hurting us and really disturbing us. And as we said, we were worried for our young. You also have young on your planet. And we know at this time that a lot of people are worried about the young on your planet being introduced to the world that you have. Some people have brought children into the world and they are slightly regretting their decisions because they are feeling this is not a place we want to bring our child. And they are investigating other parts of your universe, other parts of your world. So they are feeling if they move to another country, if they move more to the countryside, if they move more to across the sea, that things will change. And yes, things may change, but those things will be temporary changes, because until humanity takes responsibility, complete responsibility, so they must respond in a different way. And when they take full responsibility themselves for the world that they are creating, things will start to change. There are many who have already experienced this, and there are many that are reaping the benefits because they have decided to do this. It is something that all must try. And the way is to go inside of themselves. They must not forget that there is a version of themselves that is safe from all that is going on, that all that is going on around them, they are completely and totally safe, because the bigger part of them is in a higher state of consciousness, in a higher dimension. They are connected to all that is. And it is just their avatar self, in a way, that has come to have this experience, to learn, to grow. It may be difficult for some to understand, but when you begin to understand that this is how it works, you will start to feel a little different. You will start to feel not so much fear. You will start to see small changes that will grow when you work from the inside out. We must stop living in our heads, will be the thought that will come. And yet that is a thought, and that is in your head. But when we stop living in our heads and moved into our hearts, that is when things started to change. And you will find that this will happen to you. We can help and guide you because, like we said, we have already been through a lot of what you were going through, and we felt exactly like you did. Like we had no control. But there is so much control that you do have. And when you realize the way to this control is in your own heart, you will start to see how easy it gets and how things change. And as you do this, as your frequency and your consciousness rises, you will notice so much that was unnoticeable before. When you start to see that your nature is getting more beautiful, when you spend time there, when you start to connect with the nature around you and see its beauty, that is one of the first signs that you are beginning to connect within, because some beauty is starting to come out. It is a starting point, but you will in time change everything that you see around you. And we are helping because, as we have explained before, we are your future self. And we can tell you that you have succeeded. So you have a lot to look forward to. Don't dwell on the things that you don't enjoy. Dwell on the things that lifts you, that makes you happy, that brings joy. That is a part of how you change what you see. We thank you for joining us on this day, and we will be with you again in your future, in your future, in the future that you call this life, and as you in your more distant future. End of transmission. Thank you. I think that was quite interesting. And what was quite interesting, but I will cut it out, is in the middle of that, I had a sneezing fit. And in a way, maybe that was me releasing something. I'm not sure. But when I did, I felt I was pulling myself out of the channeling state. And instead, I stayed still and I waited. And after that, I felt I was even deeper in. But I'll cut out that sneeze. Okay, thank you for watching. And hopefully, there will be more of this to come in the future. Much love. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I love reading your comments. I read every single one.